What's up, guys? This is Justin with IGN. I'm here with Max. Max, you're working on Bunny Run.
Bunny Run.
So why don't you tell me what we're taking a look at here? We have sort of a 5-minute loop of some gameplay of what you're cooking up.
So Bunny Run is a cartoony, music-based platformer. There's...
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm going to stop you right there. What do you mean by music-based platformer?
So the obstacles that you're jumping and ducking over and under are timed to the music.
Okay.
And the things that are going on in the world, we're also working on timing everything to the music.
Oh, gotcha.
The story elements, the animations, the characters, the things you see in the background. Right now, we're still working on it. Everything's a work in progress.
I can already tell that if you're playing the game well and not dying, you're kind of jumping to the beat of the music that you're seeing.
Exactly.
That's actually pretty clever.
Yeah, and so it's a pretty big world. We're going for a lot of vastly different looking things. What you're seeing here is the factory.
And so is each level like a song, or the different environments have different songs tied to them, or can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so each level is tied to a different song, its own song, and each of the worlds has a different themed type of music. So cool. There's sort of like bluegrass, folky sounding music for the outdoor woodsy levels, and then the inside of the caves is kind of a salsa. Sort of spicier kind of music and cave sound xylophones and different kinds of instruments, and then the factory is more 8-bit kind of sounding like this.
And so are you, you're obviously doing all the music yourself, music and sound.
Peter Hunter is in charge of all the music, and I'm Max, and I'm in charge of the art.
Cool.
And then we've got one
you're
coder.
A two-person team?
Three people, actually, and then we've got the John Peters is the programmer.
Awesome. And so is there any sort of, obviously this is not an incredibly story-heavy game, but is there, who's this guy chasing you is what I really want to know.
So the bunny is escaping from Carl. Carl is a monster. He's one of the beasts that's in charge of this facility, actually, which is the factory. The bunnies are used as they're pets. They're distributed, and they don't really like the way they're handled in this factory. So you're trying to escape.
Sure.
This is just that sort of and there's going to be a lot more story as the game goes through. We're actually that's kind of one of our focuses is to pull story back into this. This kind of rhythm platforming thing, so it's not just the music and it's not just the visuals, but
is there
but not much dialogue. It's very
The issue with a lot of music games, or not issue, but sort of their deal, is that they have to be very replayable, right? Because there's only so many songs you can include. That's expensive. That's hard to do.
Right.
So, are you giving any thought to that? Like, is there reason to sort of go back through levels?
So, yeah, some levels you're going to have incentive to play again by having multiple paths. So going up on one path might lead you to certain fruits or collectibles, and then the other path will lead you to different ones. So you're going to have to play through it a couple times to get all of them.
This is a very different looking environment now.
Exactly. So this is now we're seeing the cave here.
Cool.
It's one of the many different...
Cool. So, how far along is this? Is what we're looking at now mostly finished?
No.
So I guess my real question is, how is the final product going to change based on what we're seeing?
So there's going to be a lot more detail. The levels aren't finalized. Right now we're still working on polishing the way the game feels. We're working on, art assets still, and constructing all the levels. And we're using Unity for building the game and the 2D toolkit. So
we're taking a look at this on PC. That's the platform you're targeting, or
we're targeting platforms like we're gonna try and get on some consoles, and I believe we're heading onto Nintendo. We're at least trying, and then there's also PC and the tablets. This is the phones.
So, if people are watching this video and they're sort of digging Bunny Run, they like the style, they like what you're kicking up, where should people be going to sort of keep up with what you're up to?
So we got a funded Kickstarter in April. We reached our goal, so that was great.
That's great.
Got some good attention from larger things. And so we're really excited. We know that there are people excited about it, and
is there a URL that people can
bring it very colorful? Yeah, so runwithbunnies.com currently links to our actually the Kickstarter page, and we're working on our own webpage soon that's building up to have more substantial stuff. We've also got a Twitter and Tumblr that are on there that you can link to.
Well, Max, thanks for coming in and sort of showing us an early look at Run with Bunnies.
For sure.
I think this looks super cool. It seems like one I'm sort of keen to go hands-on with myself.
Yeah, it's definitely a work in progress right now. There's, as you can tell, tell. We're tweaking things. There's going to be different obstacles. It's not all going to be the same kind of repetitiveness. But right now, while working, this is what we've got.
Well, runs with bunnies looks very cool.
And the game is called Bunny Run.
Bunny Run. Excuse me. Thank you for correcting me.
Yeah, the website's Run with Bunnies, but Bunny Run is the game.
BunnyRun.com looks cool. Guys, everybody at home, remember that we're always kind of trying to surface the coolest, most interesting things that are happening, in the indie game space on IGN. So make sure you're keeping it locked to IGN.com.